There it goes.
FOG Andrew here, and the coach here for Family Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome live stream. We have a very special guest today, Fabian, aka Hot Dice. What's going on, Phasia?
Not much. Just busy. Didn't know if I was gonna make it tonight.
Man, I was flying home to get here.
Me too.
To do the aforementioned show that Fabian changed the name.
The Coach and Hot Dice Power Hour. Yeah.
No, it worked out last week swimmingly.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna get 100 viewers today. You know why? Because I'm here.
Or you're the bump in the road.
All right, you got to calm down now.
Were you?
That was there when
All right. Well, we have a lot to talk about. So, what shall we do? What do you want to do first?
I guess let's do what we usually do first. We'll do the crisis protocol stuff first because I hear allegedly there's some crazy stuff to talk about. So that Fabian already probably looked at.
Somebody's got to do it.
There is a award-winning system that you keep breaking.
Would you say there's a protocol to follow?
Right. And if you don't follow the protocol, crisis follows.
Well, like I said to you, I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Yeah, I got to kick you in the peacock.
I don't get it. All right. So what do we got? What do we got to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about the man that I couldn't wait to talk about. His name is Moon Knight.
Now, Fabian, how excited were you for Moon Knight?
He wasn't. Don't let him fool you.
No, because when I saw the panel to play last week, I liked one of the things they talked about with the rolling the dice mechanic each turn.
Before that,
I had no interest. I said the model looks great. I'll get it eventually, but as a character, I've never cared for him that much, so not a big deal to me.
I'm telling you now, I'm going to take that staff off and I'm going to put something in his hand. Because I haven't seen the card yet, and don't spoil it. And Andrew hasn't seen the card yet, so don't spoil it. But Phasia saw the card already, and, I'm going to beat you with a wet noodle next time. I don't like, unless there's something on the card about the staff, I just don't like the staff. He never uses a staff.
I don't remember him ever using a staff either. But
in Moon Knight #1 that actually came out today, he did not use a staff.
But I read it yesterday.
Well, you're not supposed to say that, but okay.
Oh, because we get the exclusive thing.
Yeah,
well, I'm not supposed to say
this. It's funny. I tell him this all the time, and he still doesn't listen.
So, do you want me not to say it because we got it early, or because Fabian's here?
No, because we got it early.
Because he's the HOC.
Anyway,
cease and desist letters.
Moon Knight #1 was pretty good, Fabian. So you should hop on that.
You should hop on that.
Don't care. Nope, not happening.
Because he's white.
Oh,
no, it's because he's a knight.
All right, ready?
Well, you gotta click it.
No, I know. I was just trying to see if there's some other way to do it. So, all right, look at that.
That's pretty cool art.
So I guess you gotta answer my own question. All right, here we go. Moon Knight is Mark Spector. Which Mark Spector are you getting? Because there's 3 personalities.
Well, in Moon Knight #1, where they have like 5 in there. Mark Spector, Mr. Knight, Moon Knight, and then those other 2 people.
No, but it's not even that. Because like Mr. Knight and Moon Knight they're actually the same person. Because Mr. Knight is kind of like he's like the shopkeeper, but Moon Knight's the vigilante. But there's like Mark Spector, and then there's 2 other distinct personality. One's a cab driver, one's a Playboy billionaire.
But I think in the book they're like he's going like a little bit insane because now he has 5 different. They had the pictures that showed the 5 different.
But what I'm
guys.
saying is like, all right, so Mr. Knight and Moon Knight.
Sorry, Fabian.
So Mr. Knight and Moon Knight are the masked characters. Then there's other 3 guys. Like one's a cab driver, one's a mercenary, and the other one's a billionaire Playboy.
Something.
Similar.
He's not Batman.
He's not white.
Damn it,
he's
Fabian.
not black. He's white. See? Moon Knight. So he's Mark Spector. He is 5 health. size medium.
Size medium.
Yeah, he moves medium, size 2, and he's a tree tread. All right. He's a 3-3-3. He's a 3 across the board. Now when we do this and we go like 3-4-3 or 3-4-6 or whatever, and we say across the board, it's a joke. People take it the wrong way. I was doing all those reviews and stuff, and I was like, he's a 2-4-2 across the board. I know it's 3s across the board. So just have a little fun with it.
You're not allowed.
Unclench your cheeks and let your butt, get your thumb out of your butt. So the first attack is the bow
family
staff.
Channel. He's got the bow staff, physical attack, range 2, 4 dice, no power, gaining power for the equal to the damage dealt. He can re-roll any number of attack dice for this attack. What the hell is that? Then on a crit wild and a hit, he gets stagger. After it's resolved, the target character gains the stagger special condition. That's a little insane, though. Usually it's just a wild for stagger, but this is weird how it's a crit wild.
Yeah,
but hit. It's three different things.
But he's getting to re-roll any number of dice.
That's true.
So now I was reading something on a blog today. I don't remember if it was Across the Bifrost or the other. There's another one that's really good. He was saying that. So he was breaking down the Crimson Bands of Sidorak, which is the same thing. If you get a crit, a wild, and a hit, you can activate that person. But the way he figured it out, it'll happen 21% of the time. So the chances of you doing that, even with the rerolls, it's so slim. So this happening is very slim.
Mm-hmm.
But I just 4 power re-rolling any number of dice, that's crazy. And when would that happen, though? In what step?
What part? I was breaking up. I don't know. The connection was bad for a second for me.
So he can re-roll any number of attack dice. Does that happen? I think that happens after the defender rolls, correct?
Yeah, so, you would roll, they would roll. Then you would do your crits. Then you would do your re-rolls.
And here's the thing. So if let's say you get 2 crits and then you get 2 blanks with it, can you re-roll everything, including the crits?
Why would you want to re-roll the crits?
No, I'm saying, what I'm saying is you can re-roll any number of attack dice. So that's even better. That's even better than Strange's thing, but it's only for this so far. So
that's kind of like Magneto. Magneto has that. If you're within range 2, he can re-roll everything.
Right.
But if I'm not in range 2, I don't get the re-roll, but then I can push you away or bring you in.
Mm-hmm.
Size 1. So
I do like that the bow staff has that, because I can just imagine him having the staff and just you know what I mean? Like really doing that. It's very thematic. I could see it.
Well, it makes sense because when you hit with the one side and you miss, then you come and recover with the other side. That's the whole part of a bow staff. And size 2, range 2 is actually pretty good for that. All right, so next one is what I've been waiting for.
He's got, and I was hoping he would have this. He's got his physical attack, throwing croissants, range 4. Croissant. 4 dice is another 0 powered attack. So he's got So he's got a close up and a ranged attack for free. Both are for free.
Right, for free.
But this one is after it's resolved, he gets a power, and then it looks like on a hit, he gets rapid fire, which is after this attack is resolved, this character may make 1 additional throwing croissants attack. The additional attack must target the original target character. The additional attack does not have rapid fire. So he doesn't get rapid fire for free. Is that a wild or a hit? Looks like a hit. So you have to at least hit
once
to do it again.
So now you have to hit, not damage. So
yeah, I guess
4 dice. 4 dice is a good chance.
Right.
Yeah,
for at least 1 hit.
Basically, get 1 hit.
Yeah,
roll another 4.
Even if it's all blocked, you can still do it again.
Right.
I guess one with the right hand, one with the left hand.
Yeah. And then he's got a mystical attack,
Mhm.
Avatar of Khonshu, range 3, 7 dice, 4 power. After the attack is resolved, place this character within range 1 of the target character, and he's
Okay.
got push for free. If the target character is size 2 or less, before damage is dealt, it may be pushed away from this character small. Why is this not called the Fist of Khonshu?
Yeah.
Should have been called the Fist.
It should have been called the Fist of Khonshu. So, well, we're gonna call it the Fist of Khonshu.
Fist of Khonshu.
So if the target is size 2 or less before damage is dealt, you push him small. Then you go within 1 of him, and then after the attack is resolved, so you do the damage, push him, all right,
and
push
come
him
up again,
and then you're right next to him, and then you can hit him with the bow staff if you want.
Right.
See, that's a 4 power. That's awesome. So essentially, he's 3 away from you. 3 away from you. Move him small, so that's 4. So you're really moving up almost 4.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit more than a medium, maybe even a long. That's 4. So that's pretty out of sight, man. The Fist of Khonshu.
Yeah. Get somebody off an objective.
Yeah.
Not even that. Just get up there and start busting skulls.
Right.
Now, so far, where we're at so far, the only thing I see is that he's 3s across the board, even though he's a 3 threat. But let's see what.
Well,
it gets better.
Okay.
Chosen of Khonshu
Be
for
quiet.
2 power. When this character is targeted by a mystical attack, it may use this superpower. Add 2 dice to this character's defense roll against that attack. This character cannot be advanced, pushed, or placed by the effects of this attack.
But only mystical.
Yes.
No. Oh, only a mystical attack?
Yeah,
Okay.
when this character
Targeted by a mystical attack. So you're getting 2 power
5
for 5 dice.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you can't be rolled. You can't be advanced,
Pushed
pushed,
or
or placed. Can you be thrown? You could be thrown.
But it says or placed by the effects of the attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume you just can't even be moved at all.
That's not bad.
It's similar to Magneto when he uses the same ability to use his mystical defense.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be moved or anything.
Right.
You know what? The only thing is, though, I don't know that many people besides, Jean Grey and
but all the new stuff coming out is all mystical.
That new stuff is all mystical stuff. So
right.
Well, it kind of makes sense though, because he's basically he's just a regular guy who's like
crazy,
like more like an acolyte, like a follower of Khonshu. And Khonshu gave him some powers and some Fists of Khonshu. He's like, he has certain innate abilities. So I guess this would help him against mystical, like maybe a talisman against the mystical attacks or something like that. So it makes sense. But the next one is the one I can't wait for.
Multiple personalities. This is his, ongoing ability. At the start of this character's activation, roll 1 dice. If the attack is a crit, this character may make an additional action this turn.
What?
That must be a move action. If the result is a wild or a hit, the next attack made this activation adds 2 dice to its attack roll. If the result is a shield or a blank, this character gains 1 power, and if the result is a skull, there is no effect. So you're basically, I think, because you talked about the panel to play when I wasn't in last week, and you told me that, you roll, I remember you said you roll a dice and then everything is positive, except the skull.
Well, it did, in the panel to play, it doesn't say about the skull. It talked about this.
Right.
It talked about, it didn't say,
You'll get something.
It was like, you get an extra move, you get an extra dice, or you get an extra.
But you know what the thing is, though? You have a 1 in 7 chance, or 1 in 8 chance
of something good.
Of something.
Yeah.
No, 1 in 8 chance of something bad, of just nothing happening.
Right.
Even if you get a blank, you get a power.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now, the crit is the move. An additional, may make an additional.
Crit is an additional action, additional move action.
Okay.
Wild or hits, you add 2 dice to the next attack roll, and then shield or a blank, you get a power. So that's pretty good because, number one, that's free,
right,
to do.
Mhm.
Number 2, you could roll 9 dice for the Fist of Khonshu.
Right.
For 4 power.
Right.
Or 6 dice for bow staff or throwing croissants. So.
And now is that just for the one attack?
Yeah, it just says the next attack.
Now here's the thing: throwing croissants. If it has rapid fire, is that 2 attacks, or is that just counted as 1 attack, or is that 2 attacks or 1 attack together?
It's 1 attack that could offer a successive attack, basically, but it's just the 1 action.
Right. That's what I was saying, because it's I don't think it's like a second attack necessarily, because it's still a part of the first one.
Right.
It's like you gave somebody a slap, you got the wild, you gave them the backhand. The only negative I see about this is it can dictate which way you want to go, whether you want him to attack, whether you want him to go get an objective. And if in a certain situation you want something specifically and you don't roll that, then it changes what you have to do.
Well, listen, this goes back to like Dead Zone. If you're basing your whole strategy on something that might not happen the whole game, and your strategy's out the window, you shouldn't count on it. This is just a bonus.
So for sure.
Like, all right, I'm going to roll this, and I'm going to fight, like Thanos has 2 wounds on him. Hopefully I have enough power. I can use the Fist of Khonshu on him, and I could probably get him out with 9 dice. I get an extra power. Tough. It's like you have to deal with,
still not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Right.
Not bad at all. I mean,
it's just in those rare instances when you're like, oh, I could really use that power, the move, the dice, and you don't get it.
Well, look at it this way too.
That's probably you're losing at that point. So
right, but look at it this way too. So the next one is stealth. You have to be within 3. All right. So let's say you were hoping to attack somebody, get the extra turn. All right. You do the throwing croissants, right? Or you do, let's say you do the Fist of Khonshu, right? And then you move within 1 of that character, hit him with the bow staff, and then you get the extra movement. You can get out of there. You like move medium, and then hopefully you'll be with outside of the 3 range that the character can't get you. So there is,
I like it. I like the card overall.
No, I do. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is there's really nothing bad on it, other than I think that the worst thing is getting power, and power is still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the worst thing that can happen is nothing happens, it's still pretty good.
Yeah. And
then for the hell of it, he's got wall crawler.
Yeah. He should have flight though. But because he's flew the whole comic book. He's always jumping and stuff. So all right, he doesn't fly. He glides. But it's cool because when he glides or he flies, it's a half crescent moon.
So, well, what does he go to? Anything different? No.
So he goes from 5 to 5.
Very weird. I feel like he's too high up. Like there's so much space here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is fine, but like this is just looks weird.
Well, you know why? Because he has a 3rd thing there.
What?
He has a 3rd attack.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Moon Knight was one of the purchases that's like I already was happening. Fabian, when did you say it was coming out?
We don't know. I think they said September, the thing that I had seen, but with things getting delayed so much, we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
So we could all agree that he's the best 3-threat character, right?
So far,
that's out for Crisis Protocol.
I don't know. I mean, he's there for sure.
I think he's definitely like borderlining between 3 and 4.
He's like a 3.5.
I want to say that he should be 4, but I feel like that there's, he's got like enough to be a 3.
Well, he might be a glass hammer because look at Scarlet Witch. I mean, every time I've played against Scarlet Witch, I focus everything on her, and she never does anything.
Yeah, that's my rolling there too.
Well, no, not just you. I was playing the other guys and like, oh, Scarlet Witch is coming for you. Oh, guess what? She's out in the first round. You know what I mean?
It's like you don't get skulls. It's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one time you don't roll skulls.
Right, exactly.
So, Fabian, do you approve of Moon Knight?
Yes, I like him. I'll most likely be getting him for sure. Because I could see him slipping into some squads just to be like a little beat 'em up kind of guy.
Yeah, for only 3, and I like how you see. I've seen a lot of characters. It's like, oh, they got stealth, but then the attacks that they have are range 3. So like, he's got his throwing croissants that are range 4, and he's got stealth, so he could just stay back and not be within range of anybody.
He could stay back and like say the back part of the board, maybe holding on to that objective and just dealing out damage that way, still staying without of 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, having stealth and then an attack of 4 is pretty that's pretty insane,
And rapid fire.
Yeah. And if he's got the power to do the croissant attack twice on 2 different people and then just push them out of range 3 so then they can't attack him back, that's a benefit for him as well.
Right. Well, he the rapid fire, what is it? Is it after this attack? I can't tell what that is. What is
I think it's a hit.
Is it?
Yeah, because
probably a hit.
Yeah.
It's usually a hit.
Usually it's nothing.
Usually it's nothing. You just get it. Like Sin gets it for free.
Oh, really? See, I've never used any characters with it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we all approve.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I mean, you were getting it. You were going to get it.
Yeah, I was going to get him
way,
anyway. So
he'll fit good right in with my web warriors.
Right into the defenders. So, and then Fabian, you should paint him red. He could be Sun Knight, and I'll have Moon Knight, so we could clash. Yeah. Well, what's the other guy? Yeah.
I don't remember what he
Black
was called. Yeah, he's like.
Well, he was saying that because Mark Spector is the right hand of Khonshu, but he's the left hand, and he's gonna like he doesn't like the way Spector's running things, so he's going to take over or do whatever. So, little nuts, you know what I mean? But so speaking of, I'm glad you asked that question. Yes, Blade is coming in the same box as Moon Knight.
Yes.
So
I'm hyped for Blade.
Which is crazy because now Comic Mass Games a while ago said Vampires Beware, Moon Knight's coming or something. Remember they said something like that?
Dracula Beware.
Yeah, or Bloodsuckers or whatever, Beware. And we're like, but wouldn't you say that for Blade? But then we got the comic and he was beating up a bunch of vampires.
Yeah, it's ironic.
Kind of. See, I'm telling you,
he's the vampire hunter.
Yeah. Well, he was
no, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was fighting vampires.
Yeah.
And then he was fighting. Fabian, do you remember the old Spider-Man villain Vermin?
Yes.
He was fighting. So Vermin cloned himself and had a bunch of clones. So Moon Knight was fighting a bunch of Vermin clones.
And the reason Vermin did it was because he was alone. He wanted friends.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was good.
Wants a friend.
It's definitely a good issue.
Yeah,
I mean, I would pick up the trade if I were you.
Yeah, Fabian, I'll put aside an issue for you.
Don't do that to me.
It's bad enough he's getting comics. He's going into the store.
I know, right?
Wow. You know how much that burns my skin?
What? All right, so speaking of who's in the box with Moon Knight, it's Blade. So we did this last week and it worked out pretty good. Okay. So we're going to go pretty quick. So
I'll be the judge of that.
All right, we'll see.
I'll sit back.
Well, shouldn't it be better since you're here?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so
no.
So Blade's real name is Eric Brooks. Okay, he's a human vampire hybrid who has sworn to rid the world of the blood-sucking fiends for good. Using his advantages in used physiology, he has trained himself to be the perfect vampire hunter. wasn't he in charge of like that whole area? He became the sheriff of that thing.
But we're still figuring out what's going on in Avengers because World War She-Hulk is happening.
But
so
but didn't that just drop and then
then they had to stop because of Heroes Reborn. Remember? So at the end, he's like, "I'm the sheriff now," and then issue ended, and it was like
Heroes Reborn. Yeah,
issue 46 didn't come out because Heroes Reborn was going on.
Right. Which was actually I thought it was good. So Blade's mission starts on the day of his birth when his mother Tara Brooks suffered complications during labor. The doctor named Deacon Frost was brought in instead of helping Blade's mother. Frost, he is a vampire, drained the woman of her blood, inadvertently passing on the aspects of vampirism to the child, making him immune to the bite of a vampire. So it's a little different than the movie, but they were pretty close. The Blade movies. Did you watch the Blade movies?
I think I saw the first one.
Okay, so I got a quick funny story. So Fabian, remember the guys that used to sell the DVDs in like the pizza shop?
Yes.
Right.
Come walking around. Yep.
Yeah. So I got Blade 3.
The best one.
The third one, right? So that's the one. Spoiler: they bring back Dracula, and he was in the room, and nobody like Triple H didn't want to go in there, and the tough guy didn't want to go in there. So the girl says, "Oh, I'll go in there," and she was nervous, right? So there's a part where she's going into the room and she's looking around, and there's a guy in the room pointing. He's going like this, and he's going go like this, go, 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 right? I'm like, what the hell is going on? She was going in there alone to talk to Dracula by herself. She's the only one. She's scared, but she manned up and went in there, and somebody's in there pointing directions. I played it back a few times. It was a dude telling somebody, move over, go to that seat. The guy who was taping it, he's like, no, go over there, go over there. And it was funny because he's like, go over there. And she's like, oh, like she's looking around and stuff. So it was perfect. So we have it somewhere. We have to find it. But that was one of the funniest. I'm like, who the hell's this person in the thing with them? So every time I watch that movie and I see that, I'm like, where's the guy pointing,
I've seen a few of those too.
Yeah.
So.
Or then the guy turns around and he's like, yo, I got to give a shout out to, So he's immune to that. Let's see what happens here. So, all right, let's go. The immunity served Blade well in the following years as he developed one of the foremost slaying of vampire kind in the world. Foremost slayers, excuse me. A frequent ally of Doctor Strange and leader of the Midnight Suns. There we go. Blade will not rest until he's planted a stake in the heart of the last vampire. So Fabian, he's in charge.
Yep.
So, which makes sense.
We figured that.
Yeah, because Moon Knight could not be in charge.
Well, Fabian already read this, so.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't.
Oh! Very
yeah.
nice.
I didn't read this one.
Team player, put your hand, pat your back. Blade leapt into battle literally with a dynamic miniature that captures him as he descends the grass. Yeah, that we know. On the tabletop. So I do like this model. It's pretty good. I don't know about these hands, though. I'm not too crazy.
Moon Knight should have been coming down like that.
Yeah. I think Moon Knight should have been out.
And Blade should have been, like, charging at somebody the way Moon Knight's kind of standing there ready to, like, meet up with someone. That's
the thing. Like, Moon Knight is a very static pose as opposed, like, most of the stuff in MCP is like something's happening,
Right.
And Moon Knight's kind of standing there, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like they got the sculpts for the characters wrong. It should have been the reverse.
You know what? Let's see. When I get it, maybe I could do it. Maybe print some stuff up with my new toys. So Blade is a solid package for his threat. He brings a plethora of edge weapons into every crisis in the form of the signature katana and a whole bunch of throwing glaives, both of which deal a decent amount of physical damage. Plus, they can impose the bleed condition on his target. So he's got a sword and he can make you bleed. So basically, he's going to have the two katana strike for free, and then he'll have throwing glaives. So probably similar to Moon Knight.
All right.
You know what I mean? He'll have that, and he'll have the main weapon and then the throwing weapon. You know who loves bleeding? You know who loves bleeding? Half vampires. That's who. Blaze, Mystic Knight of the
Dampier.
Dampier. God bless you. Attack his targets for a respectable 7 strength. And if the target already has the bleed condition, he can reroll any number of attack dice before making a medium advance. Wow. So if you're already bleeding, so I think that's the first guy, if I'm not mistaken, that, you can't do you can't bleed, but since they have that condition, he can reroll any number of attack dice and then move medium.
That's really good. Yeah.
And then if it doesn't, the Knight of Damphir slaps it on. Okay.
All
right. So basically, so he'll have 3 attacks.
So it's like if you're bleeding, it does a bunch of stuff. But if you're not bleeding, you're gonna bleed.
Well, you would probably, that's probably a 4 power like Moon Knight. So you probably bleed him and then go in. But then again, somebody can get the bleed from another character, and then Moon Knight comes in and mops it up. He's not
feel like this would be his regular attack.
Yeah, but this is probably the power attack.
Well, strength 7. I don't know about it being his main.
No, it's probably like a 4 power, like Moon Knight.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about the strength. All right.
So it seems like it's 7 dice, can give the bleed condition, and if he has the bleed condition already, he can reroll any number of attack dice,
right,
and then make a medium advance,
right, getting closer to do the other attack,
right.
Because if you don't have enough power, this might be a 5 power. Well, if he's the leader, he might be more expensive. He might be a 4 or a 5 leader. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say 4.
I would say 4.
I'm just saying, but he's gonna have a little bit more. So
yeah.
Then the next,
or maybe 3, because Miles is 3 and he's the leader. Web Warrior.
Star-Lord is 3. Storm is 3.
Bleeding targets benefit Blade in other ways as well. His innate superpower, vampiric immortality, rewards the Daywalker for each other character, friendly or foe, currently suffering the bleed condition in range 2 with 1 power, and by removing 1 damage.
So somebody's bleeding. He's healing a little bit.
He's definitely 4.
You want a squad with a bunch of bleeders.
Yes.
So then he gets in there and he's getting power and healing.
All right. So
can I make my teammates bleed?
Well, it says if they are bleeding, you get it too.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
Crazy. So perhaps the most exciting in the fact that Blade has a leadership for the Midnight Suns affiliation. Bump in the Night gives every member of the affiliation the ability to spend 1 power during their activation and be placed within range 1 of their current position. What?
That's it?
Perfect for refining the position of the team or driving deep into the enemy formation, like some sort of stake into the heart of an enemy. You get the idea.
And then that's it.
All right,
Everything
so
all right, so pay a power to move a little bit. Okay.
That's
But pretty. With that ability, if that's the leadership ability, he's probably going to be a threat 3.
Yeah, I'm saying 4 because
that's just a bit better than Star-Lord's. Star-Lord's is terrible.
Let's bet on it.
Well, hold on. But we also have to look. You have to think about he might be a little bit more resilient than say Star-Lord. Like he might be 4s across the board.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 4 and a 5 of mystical, because
I could see him being the same as Moon Knight, 3s.
I think he's a little bit better just because he's half vampire. If you ever watch the movies, he
that's the movies though.
Oh, all right. If you ever read Blade, he's got a wicked healing power, and he has all the positives of a vampire. Yeah, super strength, super speed, all that good stuff.
I would say that he doesn't. That I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, he's probably going to have healing factor, but I don't think he's going to have it just because of this bleed thing.
Yeah, no, that's going to be his healing.
Yeah,
because that sounds like it's going to be an ongoing thing. So as long as he's near somebody bleeding, he'll get power and recover damage.
Well,
it says his innate superpower.
Right, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. For each other character, friend or foe, currently suffering the bleed condition in range 2 with 1 power by removing 1 damage. So for each one, so if there's 3 people bleeding, he recovers 3 damage for 3 power.
For 3 power.
Yeah, but that's pretty good. It's raining.
It sounded like it's like right behind us.
Right.
No, you're not paying power. You're getting power.
It says the bleed condition in range 2 with 1 power and by removing 1 damage.
Right, but it says it rewards the Daywalker for each character suffering a bleed condition in range 2 with 1 power and by removing 1 damage. So you're getting power and damage removal.
Right, okay.
So you still think he's a 3 with that? He's definitely a 4.
I'm saying he's most likely a 4, but I could see him being a 3 as well.
Backpedaling now.
Yeah.
Backpedaling now. You're backpedaling now.
No. Because I see Star-Lord, and Star-Lord's got great attacks from range.
Well, look at Moon Knight.
But he's got a terrible ability.
Look at Moon Knight.
So,
Moon Knight, I think, is very much on like a 3.9, you know?
3.5.
No, I'd say like he's just about crossing over to 4.
A 4 wouldn't have 3.
But you have to think of it this way. Compare him, his attacks with other 3-point characters. Compare him and Viper.
Okay.
Compare Proxima and Viper. You know what I mean? Like there's differences.
Compare him,
but
Black Cat.
Right. That's why I'm saying Moon Knight is up there, you know.
Yeah. Moon Knight's like upper echelon 3.
Yeah. But you know what though? Sin has a lot of crazy stuff, and her affiliation is pretty good, and she's only 3.
And doesn't Viper do a lot of like
she gives like conditions and stuff?
Yeah. She gives like a lot of different conditions. And but doesn't one of the conditions bleed?
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
It might be, but I don't remember. Anyway, we got someone in the house.
Hey, Panzer, what's up, brother? How are you? Oh, thanks for all the information on the Discord about the printer. I appreciate that stuff, man. You know.
So Fabian.
Yeah.
3 or 4, what do you think?
4. For sure. But I could see it being 3.
You know, my horse is going to come in first or maybe last. I'm not sure. You know?
You know, it also depends on who's going to be in the affiliation with him.
Yeah, well, it's only him and Moon Knight so far.
Well, you figure Doctor Strange is going to be in it.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that the Doctor Strange we have is not going to be in it, but I think the Doctor Strange that we're getting is going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that Doctor Strange will, because I see that Doctor Strange probably being a threat level of 6.
Really?
He's going to be the Sorcerer Supreme.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be more powerful to deal with Dormammu. I think he's going to be more powerful.
How much?
The one we have now is a 5.
How much is Dormammu going to be? Is he going to be the first 7?
Well, they said he's going to be the first higher threat level other than 6.
Really? Wow.
So, you know, we were speculating last week about, you know, Thanos, you could get him up to threat level 10.
Right.
Is he going to be an 8 out of the box, 9, 10 out of the box?
Right, because Thanos is 6, and if you take 2 stones that are 2 points each, you're getting up to 10, which we would never take those 2. We would take 1. The most I think we figured out, like between the 2 of us, the 2 stones we take would take us up to 9.
Well,
right.
The other thing is too, like it's probably going to be like I would assume, like out of those guys, you're going to take Dormammu and Hood, and that's it.
Well, they said too that you can only take Dormammu if he's the leader.
Okay.
Right.
So there's nobody else in that faction.
See,
it's Dormammu and whoever else.
But you see, I don't like that. Because what if I want to take Dormammu and the Hulk?
Right.
That's it. You know, just for a game. Now, obviously, we can do that.
Yeah, for fun you can.
For fun you can. But, like, now you're really pigeonholing the fact that you get Dormammu. You know what I mean? Or maybe you take, let's say it's a 20-point game. We'll say Dormammu is 10, just for the hell of it. And then I take 5 2 points. Okay, just for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't do that. You should be able to do what you want. You can go unaffiliated. Now they're saying that Dormammu has to be the leader of the faction, or it's like I'm in charge. It's my ball, or I go home with it. You know what I mean? That's kind of
in terms of all the characters we've gotten so far, he's the closest one that is godlike in that way, more so than Thor.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I played the Asgardians because I was thinking of doing them next, and I wasn't impressed.
You played against them.
Yeah. Well, no, I played against them.
You didn't play the.
I kind of wiped the floor with them. So, I wasn't impressed at all. So
I don't know. People love them. People seem to love them.
Andrew said that because the Inhumans are overpowered, but
that's not what I said. I said that. I didn't say that then. I said it before that, but.
Well, if you pay attention to the online tournaments that they're doing, the 2 biggest factions seem to be Wakanda and Black Order.
Yeah, I'm digging Black Order.
So
I'm digging Black Order.
Inhumans and Black Order, the 2 most overpowered affiliations. Of course,
what is the sword?
Take them
without the hand that wields it. That's what you have to understand.
Yeah. At least I changed my list.
Yeah, that's okay for the first time. Yeah. How many years did you use the same 40K list?
Yeah.
So Panzer said,
I didn't know how. Listen, I was like, what, 4?
You were 6.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, 6-year-olds in China playing concertos on 3 different kind of violins at the same time. So you could play 40K.
Well, it does. What does it say? 14 and up. I was playing that at like 12. I was stupid.
It'd be like that, Coach. Like stupid, mad, crazy. That's some ghetto stuff. But anyway, so you would say that at that age, playing 40K, you were lit.
So anyway, that hurts. That hurts my head.
Why? Lit's the shiznit.
Oh God.
All right, so Andrew wants to talk about something.
Oh boy,
Fabian.
Yes.
So
we have time.
I go on the TikTok, and I follow these accounts where they talk about board games. Okay. And I'm scrolling through TikTok, and it came up that there's a board game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Unmatched.
If I have a picture in my head, I don't remember if that was the name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
There's no fat girl in it.
Ha.
So, I look on TikTok, I look into it, and then the game comes home with me that same day.
Okay.
So, here it is. Here it is.
I don't know how your video is, but you guys are like very choppy for me.
You're very choppy.
You're very choppy too.
Well, you're very choppy.
Yeah, like you're choppy, but I'm fine.
Wait,
so
no.
I'm choppy and you're fine for you.
Wait, no, I thought you said you're okay, Spider.
What?
You guys don't watch movies.
So
are you getting all Goodfellas on me?
No, go get your shine box.
So anyway, this game, this box. So it's essentially it's like you pick a character, you get a 30-card deck, and you fight each other, and that's it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, but so this box has King Arthur, Medusa, Sinbad, and Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've been looking at that for a while.
And then I ended up getting Bruce Lee.
Okay.
So, that being said, there will be a review out Friday of it. So, it was filmed, edited, and rendered today.
Ooh.
So, it will be out this Friday. And it's not your typical review. I have changed up the reviewing formula into something completely different. And I hope it works, where we could do more of it. I think it's I think I kind of I had like a script in mind, and I kind of went with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've played this. Before we get into 2v2, normal 1v1, what do you think of it?
Oh, it's awesome. Fabian's okay, but now you're choppy. See?
Now, Phasia, you would like this game because there's no dice. Now, Fabian, don't go buying every box yet. Play it Sunday with us.
I wasn't going to.
Okay, I'm just saying, because you said I've been looking at it for a while, and then now that you guys are playing, I'm going to buy all the boxes.
No, when it's come to the board games, I'm not buying them simply because there's nobody to play with.
Okay, good.
So,
but it is very fun. What did you think of it?
That was great. I liked it.
Yeah.
Once it's one of those games like your first game, you learn it, and then you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but you know what it is though? When we play, I'll ask a lot of questions, but I'm like, all right, well, can I do that? Oh no, I can't. Oh, I could. Oh no, okay. But then I end up winning. It's just the way it is. Every game he gets annoyed because every game he brings home, he's like, oh, we're gonna try this game. Okay. I know I'm winning because the first game I ever play, I always win. Without fail.
So
and if I go last in Catan, I win. I cannot be defeated.
So anyway, so they got more stuff. They got they got a Buffy the Vampire Slayer box. They got which is phenomenally expensive compared to everything else. Yeah, I know.
For some reason.
Well,
because it's licensed.
This box is 40. The Buffy box is 50.
I saw it for like 65.
Because it's a licensed product.
Well, it's 50. It's 50, not 65. It's 50.
No, I mean I saw it. Well, it was eBay.
Well, yeah. But then they got
is that the one that's basically like the premise is historical figures? How would they do in a fight against each other?
Yeah, like historical, but also like Alice from Alice in Wonderland, or
right,
Dracula.
Well, they're coming out with like Bloody Mary.
He can't wait.
I love that model because it's like a broken mirror, and she's got like a hand here coming out of a mirror and a hand here coming out of a mirror. That model is awesome.
But now I think it's coming out in August or September,
something like that. They said the fourth quarter.
So that's October, November.
Yeah,
December. That's the list. So, but that's gonna have.
It's gonna have the Monkey King from Chinese.
That's not the one I want. So.
Mythology, Achilles.
Okay.
And then Yeniga, something like that. It's like she's like an African archer warrior. Mm-hmm. And then Bloody Mary's in that. I just want Bloody Mary. But the cool thing is that because like you get another board and you get And
you know what's cool? What I liked is like you get another board, but then the boards are different.
Yeah.
Like they have traps, or they're like certain ones you can only go one way. You can't go two ways.
Like, so for example, this board in this box is like standard, but then like if you get like the Little Red Riding Hood versus Beowulf box, Beowulf, they have like doors that you can open and close and like trap people in and whatever. And then like the one that has the Jurassic Park Velociraptors, there's only like one ways you can go. Like you can't go back that same way. You got to find your way around.
The Velociraptor is cool because you play 4 Velociraptors.
3.
I'm sorry. But the one I can't wait for is almost like a Crisis Protocol.
Yeah, they're coming out with Daredevil, Bullseye, and Elektra. And then they're coming out with Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Luke Cage.
So there you go.
And then I actually found out
game?
For this game, yeah.
Okay.
Which, to be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about that because it's like I want to play these characters. I don't really want to play the Marvel characters because we play Crisis Protocol. You know what I mean? Like I want to play.
Not everything has to be tied in with some license. Just
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the initial premise.
But he wants Daredevil, Bullseye, and Elektra. So, yeah. But apparently they're also going to come out with like Captain Marvel and Black Widow and Black Panther for some reason.
But also too, when the frick are we going to get Elektra in this game?
Yeah,
MCP. You know,
Well, I was saying,
Was she ever in the Midnight Suns?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But I was saying that they should do Electra and Typhoid Mary
Yes.
as a box.
Right. Or Stick.
I feel like Typhoid Mary more.
Yeah.
Because Criminal Syndicate go with Kingpin, you know.
But also too, they can come out with something like the Hell's Kitchen, you know, or something like that, or maybe the Manhattan. Well, not the Manhattans, but like, you know, like the Lower East Side, which would be like Moon Knight.
Kind of like with the Mystic stuff last week.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't even know the affiliation yet, so.
But anyway,
they already said it.
Conflagration and
yeah, conjugation.
But anyway, so with this, it's very fun. It's very simple also, because everything is just it's you have a 30 card deck, and that's what you use for attacking, and you play those cards, and you can boost your movement using the cards, and you would do the main thing is 1v1, but we did. Because like they have rules for like team play, so like if you have 4 players, you can have, you know, like me and him would be on a team, and then you and somebody else would be on another team, and then we just fight each other that way. But we did the same thing, but we just like I took 2 guys, he took 2 guys. That I think brought the game to a whole nother level, and that made it a lot more fun. You know, just doing that. I think the 1v1 is good to try out the characters, and then all right, we'll put him with this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say. I first of all, I love the game. Second of all, I'm not gonna say much more because you'll have to watch my my review coming out on Friday. So,
okay.
Like I said, it was filmed, edited, and rendered today, and I made sure I got up early. Because I set my alarm for 10 o'clock. I'm like, let me get up. Let me get this done. My girlfriend's like, are you coming over today? I'm like, I'm busy. I need to do this.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
So, yeah.
It's like somebody said Deep Wars. I got Fabian with a good one the other day. he said Deep Wars, and there was a baby who just fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, I know,
you know.
Oh, but the other thing is too, Phasia, you could do 3 players, but like me and him would be on a team. We control one guy, he controls another guy, but then you would control 2 guys.
Doesn't work. I always control 2.
Okay, so he would control 2, and then me and you would be on one team.
Right.
Okay.
Because the way it works is it's going to take the both of you to take me out. So.
We'll just wait for him to tire himself out.
I know.
After the ironing board gets knocked down.
Well, actually, you know what's funny?
You know me. Once that train starts rolling, man,
well, Phasia, you know what's funny? If you run out of cards in your deck, you don't shuffle it and you don't shuffle your discard pile into a new deck, because how it works is when you move, you have to draw a card. That's as your move action, you have to draw a card. It's like a mandatory thing. So if you run out of cards in your deck and you have your discard pile, you can't shuffle it back into a new deck. Every time you need to draw a card, but you can't, you lose 2 health because you're exhausted. Which we haven't which hasn't happened yet, but you know, we just just block you off and you have to keep drawing cards.
I use as many cards as I can. But like the thing with Sinbad though, like I was almost out of the voyage cards.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, you know.
Well, me and my girlfriend actually played today when I went over there. I took King Arthur and Sinbad, and she took Medusa and Alice in Wonderland. It's actually a very close game. I took out Alice in Wonderland. She took out King Arthur.
It's not that hard.
But yeah, well, King Arthur's like 18 health compared to like Alice in Wonderland, who's only 13. Mm-hmm. But anyway, very close at the end because because she was like, okay, I'm gonna run away with Medusa. I'm like, oh yeah, well I have so Sinbad gets +1 movement for each voyage card because he's got cards in his deck called voyage cards. And that for each that's in his discard pile, he gets +1 to his movement and +1 to his attack. when he attacks with like a
Well,
certain card.
Now that you do this, maybe we'll just tape it Sunday. We'll do like a game.
Yeah, sure.
We'll do like rounds and stuff.
But then what I was like, oh yeah, I had like 4 in my discard pile. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move 6 because he's got 2 movement.
Oh,
And then she was like, oh, okay. And then I ended up knocking her out.
and all the pieces are miniatures, and they're actually pretty good.
Oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
you'll see in the review I praise the packaging. Because
It's
everything
it's a good thing.
Oh my god. And he said, he's like, oh, I think $40 is a little much. I'm like, no, it is worth it because the packaging brings it up to a whole new level.
Okay.
There's some good
Sounds
stuff.
fun. Yeah, like I said, I was looking at that, and there was another one. I think it's called Dice Throne. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. Yeah.
I see it's on
Yeah.
clearance. I see it on clearance in Barnes and Noble, right?
No, not that one. That's the Funko one. The Funko one is actually similar to this,
Mhm.
but you can give.
Just the chibis. Man.
No, I know, but it's like you can give Batman like a Harry Potter wand. I'm like,
Sure.
I'm like, I'm like, if it's on clearance, I might get it because I think it's like $10. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but you get it. We play it once, and then you have to play it again. You might as well save that $10 and put it towards the exorbitant amount of money we spend on Crisis Protocol.
Yes.
Well, now it's this MCP and Arkham Horror, so that's a problem.
Yeah, Arkham Horror is a little not pricey.
So did
but-
you pre-order Lizard yet? Because I think that's the only one getting released this week.
No, I have a lot of expenses coming in the next week, so I'm gonna save that for another time.
Okay.
So I have to I have well, first August 1st is Lego Day, and second of all, my friend I'm supposed to go to a concert in August with my friend, and I owe him the money for the ticket. So we're going to see Limp Bizkit. I'm so excited, Fabian.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, for good reason.
I mean, when I heard of them, you were what, 2? Maybe?
Maybe. No.
No, I wasn't even
Actually, I
born.
wasn't born. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
More
came
than
out in
that.
the 90s.
Yeah, you're right.
Like 97,
Let's
98.
see. When you and I, when we did it all for the Nookie, he was not born yet, is what you're saying.
Not even close.
Okay.
I was still doing it for it. So anyway, but as the chronometer says, we got to get the hell out of here. Want to thank Hot Dice for joining us.
Sure.
Always a pleasure. The hour of power. I think this is a good time for us because we can get the Frisia in here, and didn't seem like we got a lot of people live, but I know a lot of people watch it in the later time. That's why it's a beautiful thing about YouTube, and we got a lot of great comments. So you want to get us out of here?
Guys, like the video if you liked it. If you're watching this later on, comment down below on the YouTubes and subscribe. Make sure you check in every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for the live stream. We're going to do this every week. So, yeah, that's it.
Unless we make the playoffs, then we'll have to take a few weeks off.
Yeah. And then Patreon link is in the description. Discord link is in the description. Go check out all of that awesome stuff, guys.
Panzer Scott, thanks for coming out. I'll talk to you on the Discord.
Phasia, it's been an honor. Point. Phasia, point.
I can't. We're all choppy. I didn't know you were pointing. Okay, here.
Point.
I'm pointing.